let me ask y'all. You know what I'm saying, let me ask y'all. Is that worth an ass whooping? You'd be like, now I know. You know what I'm saying? This starts at a young age. A girl would do something just to see the reaction of a man. It's all the way in them ever since they was little girls. You know what I'm saying? Ever since they was little girls, it's in them. You know what I'm saying? The little girl, she wanted to see the reaction of her father. That's no different than any woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman does things to a man just to see how he would react. Now, let's go back to what I was saying. Is that worth an ass whooping? He be like, no, Jones, she too cute, Jones. I can't beat my baby girl. I was giving no ass whooping. She threw a $200 tablet out the window. I spent all my money. I can't. Okay, brother. Okay. You know your grandma, the nice one. You know, the nice one. She would take your hand out and she would smack you on your hand. Now me, the punishment for this, my daughter would have to be like 10, 11 years old before I bought her something like that again. I'll just keep on replaying. Anytime she told me, Daddy, I want me a tablet. I want me an iPad. I want me an iPhone. I want me an Android. I'd be like, hell nah. Remember when you was 4 years old and we was driving down the street and I took you to McDonald's and you threw that tablet out the window that cost me $300, 3 days of working? Never again. You know what I'm saying? Never again. And by the time it took me, and I'm cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm cold. I ain't going to play with you. I'm cold. She would have came to me all them years. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, I'm doing good. I did good in my class. Daddy, can I get a tablet? No. Now she a little bit older now. She almost a teen. You know what I'm saying? Dad, I did good. I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to start telling me about when I was 4 years old and I was throwing the tablet out the window. I'm doing better now. That little girl in my eyes would have to work for a long time before I would ever. I probably wouldn't whoop her ass over that. I probably would take her hand and smack it. Like, look, you did wrong. But me, I'm going to stop. I would have stopped that car immediately and went back. I would have just drove back and got the tablet. She can't have it no more. You know what I'm saying? She can't have nothing like that anymore. For a whole decade would have to go by before I let my baby girl get one of those or play with one of those or even be around something like that in my presence just to teach her ass a valuable ass lesson that has to be instilled in kids. Remember, if you don't use the rod, you spoil the child. That can take any form. You spoil a child by not bringing out the damn rod. That could take any form. Like, what do you mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be an ass whooping. It can just be the taking back of funds and resources to make that child think. I'm horrible. You know what I'm saying? I'm horrible. You know what I'm saying?
What a tablet.
Granny, you taking all my money. Quit crying like a bitch and put down $100 more.
Now, y'all seen that, sisters? You seen that? Grandma is the only one who could ever call us something like that. All my sisters, all the ladies, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about this new generation. I don't know nothing about that. But as far as in a woman, the woman, you know what I'm saying? The old woman, that's the only way we would accept that from a woman, my generation. I'm just letting y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know all that, bro. I could never picture being with a woman and calling her bro or calling her a man, a name that's masculine. I could never imagine that. I'm still trying to figure it out right now. You know what I'm saying? They call they woman as if they friends. We're not friends. We're in a relationship. This is a whole relationship right here. This is a whole man and woman. So I can wrap this up real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not done. I'm just wrapping it up. This is the only woman we would ever take that terminology from. Only. And it has to be something kind of regarding on what's being said now.
Granny, you taking all my money. Quit crying like a bitch and put down $100 more.
That quote of grind in your 20s, build in your 30s, chill in your 40s, whoever came up with that quote, they were speaking nothing but facts. For basically the entirety of my 20s, I grinded. For a majority of it, I was in the military. For other parts, I was a full-time entrepreneur. And I also was a student for some of my 20s. But all I did was grind. I had my head down. I had no kids at the time. I worked every day. I don't come from a wealthy family, so I was basically starting from zero. So I had to just put my head down and work every single day. But also make smart moves and put myself in position to double my money and triple my money and educate.
Now, our brother here, he is absolutely right in every single thing that he's saying. But you know, your brother Jehoshaphat, I'm going to tell you, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Save your money. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how much money you could have? Okay, it's a story that's out right now. The dude, he saved all his money from the time he was 20 till he was 40. He got $1 million. The doctor said that he had a brain aneurysm and he was going to die. And then he spent all the money. He came back to the doctor people. They said, oh, we gave you the wrong results. The man was able to save $1 million within 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just him saving money, being cheap. I'm not saying to be cheap. I'm just saying to be frugal. You know what I'm saying? Don't use your money on unnecessarily things that you don't need. Okay, the style, the clothes, the cars, the jewelry. Everybody wants that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants that, but everything has its proper place, time, and season. If you take it upon yourself to look good now, you're not going to look good later. You got to, you're trading off. You know what I'm saying? You trading off right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got money. Y'all got nice cars. Y'all got jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got all that stuff right now. But can you keep it? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? That's the question. He's saying to y'all, he's saying, hey, get on your grind. Brother Xavier is right. Get on your grind. Build yourself up. This is the only reason why a man gets the things that he has and he builds himself up and he looks better in his latter days is because he was willing to sacrifice. So I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know, young brother. I know you want the Air Force Ones and you want the leather jackets and you want the chains. You want all that stuff. You want to go out to Vegas. You want to spend your money. You want the Hellcat. You want all those things. But you can either have it now or you can have it later. Which one do you want?
Myself and learn different things about business and finances, but it was a hard grind for the most part. And now I'm 32. Today is actually my birthday, which inspired me to make this video. And now I live a completely different lifestyle in my 30s as I did in my 20s. It's not a hard grind no more because I'm not starting from zero at this point. And because of the moves I made in my 20s, I get to wake up most days and just do whatever I want. I woke up this morning, spent time with my family. Now I'm at the golf course.
And a lot of y'all will sit there and be like, oh, he just showboating. Oh, he just bragging. No, he telling you the absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? He's not showboating. He's not being arrogant. He's not being prideful. He's telling you, you know what I'm saying? He's telling you. That's why we work so hard for. It's going to come a point in time to where I don't have to work like that. Why is that? Because I didn't build myself up so much to where I don't have to worry about going to work like that. That's what we all shooting for. I'm not knocking nobody trying to be an entrepreneur or nothing like that or start a business. I ain't knocking none of y'all on doing none of that. I'm telling y'all, save your money. Build yourself up. You can either have it now or you can have it later. And you're going to need it later. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you young, you can endure, you can bounce back. If you got sick right now, it wouldn't even take that long for your body to be healed. Can you always say that? It's the same thing with your finances. It's the same thing with a man growing in character and building himself up. One day we will have it if we're willing to sacrifice now. But if you just willing to look like the world, you ain't gonna have nothing. And you're gonna be one of them people in debt. When you finally reach 40 and 50 years old, you're gonna be in debt. You ain't gonna have the things that you have can be flimsy and be taken away. It'll blow like the wind, like a piece of paper blowing in the wind if you don't build yourself up right now. We're not talking about going in debt. We're not talking about owing these people all this money. We're talking about establishing yourself and grinding, sacrificing in your life right now. If you can only put all your money together. Can you imagine if you, young man, took your money from your 20s all the way from your 30s? You didn't spend none of it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't spend none of it. You still have it. How much better off you would be in your latter days in life. Okay, thank you, Brother Xavier, for coming on the show today, for spitting them gems, them pure bricks of gold, you know what I'm saying, on the young brothers, the pure bricks of gold. Now I know that wasn't AI. AI doesn't act like I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't when AI comes on, right? I automatically look at it and I'll be like, that's a cartoon. It doesn't matter how realistic it might look far as in the humans that is portraying. And then AI, they don't really know us like that. We don't sound like that. We don't act like that. We don't treat AI really doesn't know us like that. If you took all the humans and you took them off of this earth and AI was able to sit here on this earth and advance, it would take 1,000 years for AI to figure out who we are and what we have done and how we act. It's crazy. AI sees us in modern time, in real time. And even though we feed all this stuff into the algorithm, they sit up there, they watch all our old TV shows, the Sally Struthers, the Oprah, the Jerry Springer, you know what I'm saying? All the core stuff. AI studies us. And AI is advanced technology that's smarter than a human being, and they still don't understand humanity. It still doesn't understand regular modern people. When I look at AI, I know it's AI. As soon as I look at it, I'll be like, people don't act like that. It's not no people. And then, okay, now some AI, they sit up there and they have a gang of people in the background and all them people have the same damn face. That's fake. You know what I'm saying? That's AI. The way AI portrays us. How can you look at us and listen to us and then look at world events and still don't know what our behavior is? Just by looking at this right here, I can understand that this is real. This is not AI. This is something that really happened with this man sitting on the porch, drinking his coffee early in the morning by the lake. What the young people say, tight shit, tight shit.
Just sit while I'm over here, you know why? Because y'all got roaches, baby. Last time one tried to ride home with me. Ain't that right? You keep everything sealed up tight. I'm keeping my bags just sit while I'm over here, you know why? Because y'all got roaches, baby. Last time one tried to ride home with me. Ain't that right? You keep it.
This is why I don't go to everybody's house. This is why I don't sleep at people's house. This is why I don't eat everybody's food. And, you know, coming out of California, it's amazing to be out here and see roaches out here like that. I thought it was too cold for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not as much. You know what I'm saying? It'd probably be like 10%. But out in California, that's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, Joe, I live in a good apartment. It's still, it only take one person to move in that apartment with roaches for there to be an infestation of roaches in the whole damn complex. I've learned roaches are strong. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I've done experiments on roaches just to see that makes them tick. And it's a damn shame when you could cut off a roach head and he still be walking around for a whole week. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why he died because he can't drink no water. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell. You know what I'm saying? Rats in California, we don't have rats like that. It's mouses. But it'd be so many of them that they would be a damn rat. So the only thing that I have ever seen that can actually kill a roach and what works on roaches works on all bugs, any insects, any type of insectoid corpse body. You know what I'm saying? Any type of insect. Lysol. You know what I'm saying? Lysol. You'd be like, Joe, so I got a whole infestation of all these roaches in my house. What am I gonna do, brother? You should get a Lysol bomb and blow it up in your damn house for a couple of weeks. I bet you it'd kill all the roaches up in there. I bet you if you had a can of Lysol right now, you just walked over to a roach and you sprayed him on his antennas, that he gonna start kicking up. He gonna flip on his back and he gonna die. Why is that? Because insects have what is it inside of them? It's anything that would be like a sickness. They got contaminants inside of them. You know what I'm saying? They got filth inside of them. They got disease. They got ailments inside of them. So when it reacts with that Lysol that want to kill all of the bad stuff that's inside of them, it automatically kills them. It just kills them right off the top. Because whatever inside, all them infections that's inside of their body from the things that they eat and the things that they're around, that Lysol attacks that stuff right off the top. So that's what they need to make. You know what I'm saying? They need, instead of having roach, the stuff that they eat, they need to put that on side of their food, and it's going to kill them like that. All them sprays that they have for all the wasps and all of the other insects, they need to have a good ass Lysol bomb. Throw that up in there and there. Or just get some Lysol and spray them bugs. You know what I'm saying? And spray them. They be like, oh, brother, Raid works good. But when you use Raid, you got to open up all the windows in your house, and you can even get sick from that stuff. But the Lysol,
Everything sealed up tight. I'm keeping my bag zipped up while I'm over here. You know why? Because y'all got roaches, baby. Last time one tried to ride home with me. Ain't that right? We keeping everything sealed up tight. I'm keeping my bag zipped up while I'm over.
I wish my people would feel this free. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we don't know about no freedom like this. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of boldness to be at your house, to be in the front of your house. You in a chair, you drinking on a beer, and you fall asleep. You're not worrying about anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not worrying about somebody coming up hitting you with a baseball bat. You ain't worried about somebody breaking in your house. You ain't worried about any of those things. I don't think my people in this country have ever been this free. How free are white people in this country if you could fall asleep on your porch and get bit by a damn wolf? Where do you live at? You know what I'm saying? Where do you live out in the world to where even if I live way out there and it was a small population, you still got wildlife. I understand the word of God. God uses animals to attack people all day long. They'd be like, no, it wasn't, Jehoshaphat. No, it wasn't. That was just a weird accident. You know, that was just nature. No, God, the real God, not the God of this earth. The real God, he uses animals to attack people for the things that they do. So that let me know. I ask myself questions. It might be silly to some. What did the man do to piss God off to have a wolf come out of the forest, come to that wolf know that's a house. That wolf knows that that's a man. He knows all of that stuff. Animals are not dumb. So what did this man do for God to say, I'm going to have that wolf come out the forest and bite Billy on his arm for what he was doing? You know what I think it is? I think it's racism. No, it's not, Joseph. No, it's not. God doesn't use animals to attack people. Yes, he does, family. For the evil that we do, it's nothing that a man or a woman can ever do in this life that they won't have to pay for. Before a man leaves this earth, God is going to make them pay for every single thing that they did. Then they're going to be judged again. It's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's how it is. So I just ask myself the question. What did this man do in his life for God to send a wolf out of the forest to bite him while he was in a peaceful slumber?